Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another video about animals. And today I decided to do something other than the Spec Evos, and we will be discussing top 5 weight merchants in the animal kingdom. Now, first, a little bit of a description about what is a weight merchant. So, weight merchant essentially means that animals that are very big and fat, and they usually win most of the confrontations against their opponents by sheer size. Whereas pound for pound, like equal sizes, they're terrible at fighting other things. So, a few disclaimers. All the animals shown in this video, I am not trying to shame them or hate on them. It is just a funny video trying to make fun of animals. That's all. And also, the people you see on the screen, don't go give hate to them. Like, Queso already gets enough funny comments about his weight, and Nikocado Avocado is not even fat anymore. So, I hope you understand that weight merchants are animals that are usually very big, win confrontations due to their sheer size, but pound for pound, they are kind of pathetic in a fight. And let's look into those. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. The number 5 is the elephant. Now, elephants are currently the largest land animal, and they often bully the rest of the animal kingdom quite easily. They can easily intimidate tigers, rhinos, hippos, lions, buffaloes, and all the other animals away quite easily. But when you look at them pound for pound, they are not that impressive. Like, they would lose to most land mammals like felids, ursids, bovids, rhinos, and a variety of other things in a pound for pound battle. So definitely they are not that powerful. The main power for them comes purely from their size, and they are definitely a weight merchant or a size merchant. Now, with that out of the way, let's move on to the next one. Well, if there was an even bigger size merchant than the elephant, is the biggest animal ever is the blue whale, or baleen whales in general, but this applies more so to the blue whale itself. And the blue whale is massive. It's 30 meters long. It is genuinely enormous in size. However, if you look at it pound for pound with these other apex predators in the ocean, it is kind of pathetic. It can't really attack other than its tail. It can't really ram like other cetaceans can, or other animals like mosasaurs were able to. Even pliosaurs were able to ram. And crocodiles, while they can't ram forward, but they definitely can head slam sideways. So this animal can't bite, by the way. Blue whales can't bite to deal damage. I mean, obviously they can bite, but that doesn't deal any damage because they don't have teeth. They have hair in place of teeth. And this is not one of the powerful animals pound for pound. This is kind of weak and would probably lose to every single aquatic animal pound for pound. Next up is the sauropod, the biggest land animal that ever existed. And while they were impressive at their size that they were, and they could definitely take on multiple apex carnivores because they were so much bigger than most animals on the planet at the time. Like, this is the actual size difference between a large carcharodontosaurid like a Giganotosaurus versus a sauropod. And this is a tiger, by the way, just for size comparison basis. And you can see that how enormous this creature was. But when you scale it down to the size of a carcharodontosaurid or any theropod really, it is completely defenseless outside of its size. Same with against a felid, against an elephant as well, which is a size merchant itself. But even then, the elephant can just simply walk forward and stab this thing with its tusk, while the sauropod will be able to do basically nothing because of how massive this elephant is in comparison to the sauropod. It's much wider. It is like well equipped with tusks, which are good weapons, and it is a way more combative animal. So definitely sauropods are weight merchants, no surprise there. Now, next one might surprise some people, I mean, if you are that person, you are that person. But it's elephant seals. Like, people need to stop glazing the elephant seals. These animals are not powerful pound for pound, and they are genuinely not like very impressive in terms of their combat. Like, genuinely, look at this. This is a lion and a bear in comparison to elephant seals at pound for pound. This is embarrassing how small this thing is pound for pound. And this thing is so bad at moving on land and even moving in the water. They're not that fast. So on land, they genuinely can't turn quick enough when these apex predators just tear them apart from the hindquarters and bleed them to death. Like, how is this animal 5 ton, like 5,000 kilograms, and still losing to some 200 to 600 kilogram, not 200, 600? Yeah, 600 kilogram animals. Like, that is embarrassing. That is genuinely embarrassing. You would never see a 5-ton croc doing this. You would never see a 5-ton felid or an ursid or a bovid losing to something this small. And in the water, are they any more impressive? No. Still, they get absolutely destroyed by sharks at similar sizes. They get absolutely destroyed by crocodiles of similar sizes. They get absolutely destroyed by mosasaurids of similar size. So yeah, these things are not impressive at all. I don't know why my good friend, I mean technically he's my son, keeps glazing these animals so much to the point where he thinks that this animal is so sluggish it can't even catch up to a bear, which is again another sluggish animal, but not so sluggish as an elephant seal. But still, the elephant seal is struggling to catch this. They are never catching this. So yeah, it's just getting its back shredded. Like there's genuinely no defense. Like, would it take 5 business days to kill this thing? Yes. Would they be able to do it? Yes. Because they can just attack, go a bit of a distance, and rest, and come back again and attack again. That's how bad this animal is, pound for pound. Now, before moving on to the final member of the Size Merchant Club, a few dishonorable mentions. Dishonorable because this brings dishonor to them. Though no shade towards the animals. It's just pound for pound, they're not that good. So, firstly, I would like to discuss about pit bulls. Now, some of my friends glaze this animal to high heavens. Pound for pound, they are not that strong. In general, dogs aren't that strong pound for pound. Like, they would lose to house cats pretty easily pound for pound. Like, house cats are way stronger pound for pound. They are way more agile pound for pound. They have way better weaponry pound for pound. They have way better, like, experience killing things pound for pound. Like, in a fight, a cat could easily pin down a dog of similar size without much issue and start mauling it. So this is not a close fight. Another one is megatheropod. Now look, megatheropods at their actual weights are very powerful. Like, yes, they can dominate every single land carnivore today without an issue, and most likely in the past as well, because they were so massive. But at the size, like when the sizes are equal to modern day mega carnivores like felids or bears and other things like that, it is really embarrassing how unstable these animals are. Like, genuinely, this animal side to side has less stability than a human because of the hip anatomy. Not only that, up and down there is no resistance. So if something was to leap onto its head, it can't resist it. It will just go down on the ground and get pinned. Like, no quadruped has this problem. If something jumps on top of it, let's say a bear, like in this case a bear, on top of the bear's front limbs can resist that. But the theropods, they have so small of a front limb, they just can't resist. So they are the most easy animals to pin down. And they are also highly unstable due to their bipedal stance. And when you combine all of this with their lack of defenses like a crocodilian, it's genuinely a very one-sided matchup. Now, I would give the credit where credit is due, is that raptors and to a degree the theropods with smaller hind legs and bigger front limbs, like let's say Spinosaurids, would do a little bit better, but still they will face the same problems regardless. So again, the megatheropods themselves are a bit of a size merchant. Like they are very impressive because they're big. If you scale them down to the size of modern day mega carnivores, they kind of get destroyed. Now another one is the giant ground sloths. Now it's not too much of a size merchant, but this thing, from the bills and everything, this was trying to copy the bear so hard. But there are some glaring flaws with this. Like, this thing at pound for pound is no match for a bear, first of all. Secondly, these things did not have the big muscular hump on the shoulders for like front limb strength. So while these could definitely damage a smaller animal, a similar sized animal would probably be mostly unfazed from these. And their bites didn't do much either. So while they're impressive at the size they were, at a pound for pound situation, they are not holding much of a candle against most modern day mammals. Now, speaking of bears, bears themselves are not that impressive pound for pound. Like, they would lose to felids pound for pound pretty obviously. They would also lose pretty badly to bovids pound for pound because of the dimensions and how bovids have a goring rush ability where they can just charge and bulldoze things. And they would lose to most other mega carnivores except for maybe like canids. So it's not too bad. I would say they're like number 10 in terms of size merchants, but they're still not that bad. Something atrocious like, let's say, a T-Rex or a pit bull, or in general any group of dogs pound for pound. Another one is the snakes. Now, one thing I'm really glad about is people stopped glazing these things, saying that they can beat a crocodile pound for pound. This is a crocodile and a snake pound for pound, by the way. The snake has literally zero chance of killing this crocodile. The crocodile can genuinely just grab and one-shot the snake. One good bite from this crocodile, and the snake is split in half, basically. Its spine is gonna get split in half. So, no, these are not fair fights, really. This is not a fair fight. This is not a fair fight. This is somewhat of a fight, but again, not fair. This is definitely not a fair fight. And this is like a straight-up stomp match. I know a lot of people are gonna give me hates for this. Come debate me in the Discord if you really think that a pit bull can beat a house cat pound for pound. I would love to debate that with someone. But with the dishonorable mentions out of the way, what is the biggest size merchant? Well, we have already discussed the elephant seal, that is for the water, and the cetaceans. Paraceratheriums. They are the biggest size merchants of all time. Like, look at this. This is pound for pound Paraceratherium. It has literally no chance against a bear. It has no chance against a mega carnivore, because unlike the elephant, which is again another size merchant but still way better equipped to deal with threats, the Paraceratherium is literally a size merchant because it has nothing to defend itself with. No big neck, like its neck is big but it can't swing its neck like a sauropod or a giraffe. No big tails like a sauropod had. No tusks, no trunk, no intelligence either. It wasn't terribly smart. So nothing. It is genuinely a megatheropod victim. It is, which is another, like, how do you get defeated by 3 other size merchants? Like, it's embarrassing how bad it is. It is getting defeated by, this is pound for pound, by the way. This is at equal weights. The sauropod towers over it, and it can actually use its neck. Like, recent studies have shown that sauropods, especially something like a titanosaur, could actually swing their necks and fight like giraffes. So definitely they could knock this thing over. And their tails, while they can't do like lethal damage, can definitely keep predators at bay. So they have some defense. Elephants, yes, they are not pound for pound very strong, but they have some defense. They have tusks, they have a trunk, they have kicks. Theropods, I mean, yes, they are unstable and can get pushed over quite a bit, and if they break their leg with a kick, they can die. But at the same time, they have some way of attacking. They have like a bite. Some of them had big claws too, so they have something. Bears, again, have a bite, have powerful 4 limbs, so they have something. This thing genuinely has nothing. No good kicks. The kicks are kind of pathetic and don't have something like a hoof or something. The necks are too small to be swung like a giraffe, and no additional weaponry. This is the biggest size merchant of all time, and I'm tired of people saying that they beat elephants pound for pound. I'm tired of seeing people who are talking about like saying they beat theropods pound for pound. Like, I can see one argument for this because the theropod has this glaring weakness where if one of its legs get injured, it can't like survive anymore. It will have to fall down and not move anymore, and this thing can come in and stomp it. But again, landing that is pretty difficult when this thing is like slow as shit. Like, this thing at equal weights is slower than a sauropod. That's how bad it is. Like, I'm tired of people glazing this animal. Like, someone recently made a post about this thing beating a what you might call it, Parasaurolopherium. Not this is a Parasaurolopherium. This thing beating a Paleoloxodon. This thing is getting absolutely demolished by a Paleoloxodon. Like, it's not even a close fight. A Paleoloxodon would impale this thing to death. So these are the 5 size merchants I wanted to talk about, and I might publish another video by the end of this week. And let me know what you guys want to see next. Do you guys want to see another Spec Evo videos, because I have quite a few of those lined up? Or do you guys want to see a Kaiju video, because I'm planning on one of those? Or do you guys just want to see something completely different, like a versus battle, like I did for the bear versus tiger? So let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching. Like, share, comment, and most definitely subscribe, because I'm really close to 100 subs. Please, 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 if you're watching this, subscribe. I'm genuinely begging you. If 2 or 3 more people subscribed, I will have 100 subs, and then I can do something special. Also, let me know in the comments what you think I should do for 100 subs. As always,